Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of my can. I can make it round the world and it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
You're now listening to the Brothers of the Five. At shooting guard, it's your boy, Killer Cam. At small forward, it's Reggie Love. At point guard, C Major. At power forward, I'll be. And at center, Mr. Noise, Lloyd Spence. And now, the Brothers of the Five.
Add one more plus me.
Add one more plus 3. I love that song, man. It's a hit. It's a hit. Shout out to Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson, for doing the darn thing, as they say. Actually, they say the damn thing, but you know, I was trying to.
Yikes. Yikes.
I know, right? What's
Yikes.
up, bro?
Nothing much, man.
That's the great Chad Major right there. Over there in that box over there. Chad Major. Fooling with his light, can't get it right.
Man.
He's struggling over there.
This light in here is terrible, man.
It's
terrible.
not the greatest. It's not the greatest. The room is fire. But
Yeah.
but no, that's worse.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
terrible.
you just did, that's worse.
It's terrible.
Now you got the light in the screen. Just move it
Yeah.
out the way.
That's terrible, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrible. One
Is
day
there
we're
any way
gonna,
you can put it on the other side of your computer?
one day we're gonna have a studio. Hold on.
We are gonna have. We're gonna have it.
Hold on one second.
Damn, what are you doing? Okay, all right. I'm sitting. It's the same link. It's the same link it's always been. Okay, let me send it to him now. Killer Cam is on his way. We just confirmed for all you Killer Cam fans. He is on the way, and he'll be here in just a second. But we're glad to be here with you tonight.
Definitely.
Got a great show for you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so yeah, it's so while Chad is getting his lighting together, and I am and Cam is en route. I'm going to do something that I'm gonna get the show started off in a different way tonight. I'm going to start the show off with an apology, and I was not expecting to have to do this tonight, but things happen in life. You make mistakes, and when you make those mistakes, you have to, as a man, own those mistakes. And so I made a very egregious mistake 2 weeks ago here on this show. I made a comment that honestly I should not have made. And I want to take, I did it boldly. Honestly, I did it boldly. And I was wrong. And so the same energy that I brought to that comment is the same energy that I want to bring to my apology. And so I want to apologize to the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't mean no disrespect, though my comments were disrespectful. They were very disrespectful, and I apologize. The AFC Championship must be played to its completion, and that clearly means that any AFC championships that will be played now and in the future will have to go through Kansas City. And so I just want to apologize for what I said to you on this show.
You gotta apologize to Taylor Swift too.
No, I will never. I will never. Listen to me. I will never apologize. I'm so tired of that show.
It's on its second season right now. Boy.
Man, I thought they'd have been done broke up by now. Okay. Killer Cam, Chad Major, we in the building. I got the apology out. Was that acceptable apology? Cam, that was good? Okay, all right. Because it had to be done. Had to be done. So there you go. So now we can get into the breaking news and all that stuff. And we do have breaking news. Jimmy Butler has been suspended indefinitely. Apparently, Jimmy Butler got up this morning, brushed his teeth, ate his breakfast, played with his kids, told his fiance or wife or whatever she is to him, baby mama, baby, I'll be back after practice. He went to practice, walked in, dapped up security, grabbed some cookies off the table, walked into practice, and they said, Jimmy, we're going to bench you based on the circumstance that we're going through. We're going to bench you and start, what's the dude's name they're starting over him? You might remember his name?
Nah.
Haywood Highsmith is going to be put in the starting lineup tonight over Jimmy Butler, to which Jimmy Butler gave the Heat the middle finger, walked out the building, and left to shoot around. I don't know if he gave him the middle finger, okay? But he did leave the shoot around. So the Heat's official statement is the suspension is due to continued patterns of disregard of team rules, engaging in conduct detrimental to the team, and intentionally withholding services. This includes walking out of practice earlier today. If I'm not mistaken, you guys correct me, at last count, not including today and the money's going forward, Jimmy Butler has cost himself in excess of about $3.9 million. Today's game is going to cost him $532,737. Let me just say this. It couldn't be me. I don't care how mad I am at you. What I'm not going to do is cost myself $3.9 million, $4 million.
I mean, that may be pocket change for him at this point.
Then he ain't even wearing a pocket. He wearing a garbage bag for pockets. I don't do that. I don't lose $4 million. I ain't trying to lose $20.
Facts. Facts.
Okay. But your thoughts, gentlemen, your thoughts to Jimmy Butler being suspended indefinitely.
I mean, this soap opera is still going on, man. It should have been over with already, but I don't know why it's still going on. So if I was Miami,
why it's going on. You know why it's going on too.
Well, if I was Miami, I'd try my hardest to try to get him out of there. I mean, you're gonna get fleeced at some point. You're gonna get fleeced, so might as well get him out of there and know your fate, because it's not going well. I mean, you want somebody, like you always say, the best ability is availability. and you want that return already to go ahead so you can move on. But this is just dragging out, and nobody's winning at this point.
Who's right and who's wrong, Cam? First of all, what up, boy? Okay.
Jimmy's wrong,
Okay.
and he's going to ultimately pay for it. He's going to pay for what's going on because what he's doing is hurting his leverage for his next contract, which is going to be his last contract. So at some point, Jimmy got to say, okay, whatever, I play it out, whatever you guys want to do. What you got to do, you got to become a buyer, a seller for the next team. And now you're really working on 1-year contracts now. Because ain't nobody going to take a risk and a gamble on you. By the way, you're finna be on team number 5 with the same issue in every one of those stops where you've been the common denominator. So it's like at some point, dude, like just shut up and get your money at this point. You know what I mean? Phoenix is doing what they're trying to do to get them. I mean, that's no secret. But it may not be Phoenix. You know what I mean?
It may not. It may not.
It may not be Phoenix. So at this point, man, just shut up and get your money. Like you're gonna get some money, but like because right now you're looking at a 1 year by year contract where you could get you a nice little 3-year deal. But like, who's gonna take their chance when you act this way? You know, and like I said, the common denominator has been you.
Well, he's not going to Memphis. That's for sure.
I don't get that either.
We actually don't know that.
He said that's the only team he do not want to go.
That's what he said, but that don't mean. But if you Pat and Memphis is throwing a Brinks truck at you,
this is gonna cost a buyout. This is gonna cost a buyout.
Memphis not gonna want you then, because they're not gonna give up something for a player that's gonna be gone the next year. That's stupid for them, especially when they got such a good roster.
They might call him on the phone and be like, "Come on, Jimmy, we just do it for 1 year.
He just won't report.
We believe in you, brother. We believe in you."
He just won't report, and they're gonna try to buy him out.
Let me say this. I know all the blame is gonna go on Jimmy, and he deserves his fair share of the blame. But Pat wrong too.
Is it?
Well, he knew what he was getting into. I mean,
no. I don't want to hear that, Chad. I know what you're saying, but I don't want to hear that. Because, first of all, let's go all the way back.
Okay.
The comments that Pat made in regards to what Jimmy said.
Yeah, you can't do that. And you can't
a little bit of overreacted on Jimmy's part.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Pat can't do that either. He can't come out and start.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pat can't.
Somehow my audio got knocked out. My phone rang and my audio got knocked out.
I would just say that Pat can't make those statements.
Okay, there we go. I can hear you now. Perfect.
Pat can't. He can't come out and make those statements in public.
Like, unnecessary. Unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. There was no reason for you to say
sit down and play basketball. That's what you do. Like you.
That's like shut up and dribble. Huh?
Right. Why? Why say that? What was the point of saying that?
That was almost like Sean Payton to Russell Wilson. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. So, Pat, you got to own your part. Second part I put on Pat. Y'all know the relationship is over. But the man is coming to work. Now, he ain't doing it the way you want him to do it. But he coming to work. And y'all know y'all going to trade him. Everybody, the whole team know y'all going to trade him. And there is tension. So, if he want to take his own plane, how is that hurting you? I understand what you're saying, but that ain't how we do things here. And I don't want to give in to him and make him think he's winning. You about to trade him, he is winning. He getting what he want.
No.
So let's move on.
No, you sit down at that point, Jimmy. Jimmy doing the most at that point.
Now, let me say this. I agree with that as well. If you don't want him to win, then just go on and suspend him indefinitely from the jump. Why are we dragging this out?
Keep flip-flopping. Yeah, keep flip-flopping.
Let's call it what it is. This is a pissing contest. Now, if I wasn't on the air, I'd say it was another contest. See, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But both of y'all losing. Like you said, Cam, you losing in your next contract, Jimmy, because you look crazy. And Pat, you look crazy because you just won't. If you don't want to be with the dude, then just move on. This is like This is like a bad relationship that everybody know is over, but don't nobody want to leave the house that y'all bought together. Everybody know it's over, but we both can't stay in the house. Somebody got to leave. It's just crazy to me. So I blame Pat for as much as I blame Jimmy in all of this. But having said that, Jimmy, you're a fool, brother.
Yeah.
$4 million. It won't ever be me. 4 mil won't ever be me losing 4 mil.
I don't care how much I'm getting paid. I'm not.
No.
That's just not.
I was sitting happy ass on the end of that bench and say nothing. I ain't got to talk to y'all. Y'all ain't got to talk to me. And then if you put me in the game, I'm going to do my job.
Yeah.
But we ain't got to be cool no more. We know what it is. But what you're not going to do is take $4 million from me. That's not going to happen. So, that's what's happened. It's crazy to me. But having said all that, we'll get into where we think he's going here in a minute. But there's other breaking news. And this one was a wow moment. Normally, in any league, you don't see a trade like this. But the reason why you're seeing a trade like this, let me break it all down for you. Because some of you saw this trade and you didn't really understand what you were looking at. You were like, what? What just happened? So let me take you back. At the end of the season, Jewel Lloyd filed a grievance with the league saying that there was harassment and bullying going on as she was a member of the Storm, with the Storm coaching staff, which basically signaled, I don't want to be here no more. Now, the investigation went down. There were no violations put. But once you done said what you said, we can't go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no coming back from you harassing and bullying me. Right? So she says she wants to go. So that's what just happened. So in this trade, let me break it all down. The Las Vegas Aces, who, by the way, at the end of the season, when they got put out the playoffs, said, Becky Hammond said at the microphone, we going to make some changes. So, Seattle Storm are getting Lee Euro from the Los Angeles Sparks. I think she's a guard or forward from the Los Angeles Sparks, and the number 2 pick in this year's draft. That's big. Because that could be a couple of different nice players. Mm-hmm. Impact players. So that's big for them. The Vegas is getting Jewel Lloyd, a 6-time All-Star and Olympian, as well as the 26th first round pick of the Sparks. Right? Am I getting that right? No, I'm sorry. They're getting, let me back up. I messed it up. The Storm are getting the Euro girl, the Sparks first round pick. No, I'm sorry, Vegas' first round pick in 2026, and Los Angeles. That's it. They're getting their 26th pick in their second round pick this year. Everybody with me so far for the Storm? They're getting the player and this year's pick and one other first round pick. There you go. Mm-hmm. The Sparks are getting Kelsey Plum and the 9th pick of this year's draft, and the second round pick for next year's draft from Seattle. And then the Aces are getting Jewel Lloyd, the 13th pick from this year's draft, and that's it. Okay, I think I got it. Whew.
There's a lot, eh?
But the key components to the thing is that Jewel Lloyd is going to the Aces, Kelsey Plum is going to the Sparks. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the trade?
I thought it was a good trade. Definitely blockbuster because those are 2 names that are definitely synonymous with women's basketball at this point. Kelsey Plum going to Los Angeles with Hambry and Cameron Brink. That's
And
nice.
hooking up with our old teammate.
Yeah, that's definitely a good look. And Joel Lloyd going over to Las Vegas. That's definitely gonna bolster their team too. So I think both teams did well, and I don't see a problem with it.
Cam?
Um, I mean, it's a matter of time for the WNBA's vocal now. Somebody don't want to play, they want out, or whatever, for whatever reason it will. It'll be like the movement in the NBA. I don't want to be here no more, and they'll cause havoc or not cause havoc, or just saying, hey, I want to do something different, or a franchise want to go a different way. They'll spin the narrative. Like the WNBA is going to be just like their audience at the end of the day, and it's so popular now. So it's like people are looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like. I mean, I mean, Indiana better. They better fire their coach and do something different. I mean, that's what Caitlin Clark wants. I'm just saying in theory, that's what she wants. That's what she get because she's the face of the NBA or the face of that team. So like, it's the same as any other sports now. You know what I mean? Like, either give me what I need or let me go somewhere else.
Yeah. I got
So,
you.
like, it's on its way to that too, just like every other sport.
I got real sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to the trade for just a second though. This is one of the rare trades where everybody got what they needed. That don't often happen.
Yeah.
Normally somebody takes the L in the trade. That ain't what happened here. All three teams got exactly what they needed. But with the number 2 pick, the Storm are gonna get a impact player that can come in and impact that roster immediately. Might be Paige Beckers, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna get what they need. The Sparks have been needing a key starring role veteran for a long time. A shooter, pure shooter. They got that in Kelsey Plum now. So now they got the pieces they need. They got Rakia Jackson. They got Kelsey Plum. They got Cameron Brink. They got De'Erica Hamby. They got a squad. They got a real squad now.
Yeah.
So they might even make the playoffs this year now. Sparks just got better.
Fact.
And swapping Jewel Lloyd for Kelsey Plum for Jewel Lloyd, the Aces didn't lose nothing. You could argue they may have gotten even better. So rare time when trade worked for everybody. So shout out to that. So their free agency has started.
There's a lot of free agents out there too.
A lot of free agents out there. It's going to be a big week. I think they got a big WNBA draft show or trade show this weekend going on ESPN. So we'll see what happens, but should be interesting. All right. Let's get to it, y'all. After 363 days since the last time we had an NFL conference championship, the only thing we've learned is that all roads to the championship continue to lead through Kansas City. That's just what it is. Oh, well, that's not the only thing we learned. The only thing we learned is that my squad, the Giants, the GM and the coach, are on very thin damn ice. Both things are true, which is why I'm wearing my New York hat today. I'm reminding them, you got less than 3 months to get yourselves together. Good luck.
Oh man.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because this is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Let's start with the Eagles. This is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Not only did you trade away your franchise player in favor of a guy that is no longer on your roster, that you overpaid. But the guy you traded away just led your arch rival to the Super Bowl. And when I say led, I mean led. He was far and away the best player on the field yesterday. But shout out to Jalen. He had a hell of a day yesterday.
To be fair,
my God, Saquon.
To be fair,
God, brother.
To be fair, though, the Giants kind of bet on him not being in the game or finishing a season like he hasn't done. No, this is the first time. This is the first time he's actually finished a season. So they probably.
It's the first time he's ever had an offensive line.
Say it again.
It's the first time he's ever had an offensive line.
Is that what they were betting on?
I don't think so. That's fool. No. I'll wait my turn. I got to totally different.
So it's your turn. Oh, well, go ahead, Chad. He wasn't done.
No, I'm just saying. So the Giants' offensive line was not good. I mean, it was not good. Okay.
It wasn't 2,000 yards good, no.
Okay. They weren't serviceable. Okay. I mean, they just took a chance and it backfired. So
that's an understatement.
That's I mean, it's nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about it.
No, there's something you can do about it.
You
can listen. If ever there were two guys on the clock right now about to get fired, it's Brian Daboll and Joe Shane.
But y'all got one of the top 5 picks now.
We do.
Right or wrong.
And well, but see, that's just it, Chad. Are they capable of righting their wrong? That's the real question. Are they capable of righting their wrong? Because they gotta right it, and if they don't,
so I would give them this season to right their wrong. If that's the case, if they don't do it, then yeah. But I would at least give them a chance.
Give them a shot. They got a chance.
Yeah, give them a shot.
They're definitely gonna have a chance. Cam, talk to me. I ain't dealt with the Patrick Mahomes yet. We'll get to that in a minute. AFC in a minute.
Look, man, when it comes to the Giants, I don't even know why we're talking about the Giants. But when it comes to the Giants, this is what happens. You get a divorce and you break up with whoever that person is, and you got to let them go. Like at the end of the day, you can't be hampered by Saquon and his contract. You got the whole team. You got to go rebuild. By the way, Chad, you're talking about whatever he had or something. They weren't too shabby with the rookie that they got playing running back right now. It's a good start to rebuild whatever they need. Plus, we already know what Malik Neighbors is. We know that. We know they need a quarterback. I mean, these are things we do know, but you got to start somewhere. And you can't start over and then pay this running back $18 million. Like,
I'm saying though, but the rookie though is doing good with his offensive line. Saquon would have the same.
No. The rookie is doing okay. He's not having no kind of season that Saquon is having. He's doing okay.
Yeah, but that ain't all his fault though.
Hold on. How's your offensive line, Chad?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, we ain't talking about my offensive line.
How's your offensive line? And you got Enrico Dabble is getting yards. So you're gonna get yards. It ain't like you're gonna just stop somebody altogether. But Saquon wouldn't do this in New York with that line. No. Also, he couldn't do it. He
wouldn't get 1,000. I know he's not gonna get 2,000, but he's not getting 1,000 yards.
He might get 1,000.
And let me tell you why he would get nothing like he's doing now. Because every other team against the Giants who have no quarterback are gonna put 8 in the box. So come on, Chad, stop.
I'm just saying that we're not talking about the quarterback situation. I get that. That's
they're gonna put 8 in the box. The Giants are using with them. They're gonna put 8 in the box to stop Saquon. So Saquon, this is new life. Saquon got receivers that you know their names now. He got a quarterback. You know his name now. Like
I wouldn't count the quarterback. I would just
it's a more fluent offense for him. So he's supposed to. Now, with that being said, I don't think Saquon had the best day yesterday. I definitely think Jalen Hurts had the best day because it was fool's gold. It's like, he can't run. He's not going to be able to do this. And if anybody can see in this game, he will have to pass to win this game. Like, right. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? Same in the Super Bowl. He can't have 9 for 22 for 110 yards and win the Super Bowl. We know that. So we know what the recipe is. There's got to be a well-balanced offense, which you got the right guy calling the plays, Kellen Moore, to make sure you have a well-balanced offense. Now, I will say this with the Eagles is they have something that y'all don't have, Chad, and that a lot of people don't have. They have an identity. They're gonna run the ball, and we're gonna throw some passes in between there. So you're gonna have to beat us playing our game. Like simple as that. We're gonna run the ball.
Why are you taking shots at my team and your
I'm
team
not
ain't
taking
making
shots, Chad. I'm just
Okay,
telling you. You should know. You should be familiar with that. That's what I'm saying. What's your identity? You don't have one. That's what I'm saying. You know what they're gonna bring. You know what the Chiefs gonna do. You know what Buffalo's gonna do. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying they got an identity. So, you know,
I think
I
can't
also,
argue. Go ahead.
No. You go. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I can't argue that Jalen didn't have a great day. He had a phenomenal day.
Yeah.
I just think his great days are always this season surrounded by Saquon's great performances. Saquon broke out, which made it a lot easier for Jalen to have a great day.
What did he
Well,
count?
Jalen didn't have to be a hero, so he didn't have to be a hero. He didn't have to do too much, so that definitely helped.
Jalen don't have to be a hero. Jalen, first of all, Jalen should not be a hero on this team with that player.
That's what I'm saying.
All he got to do is not turn the ball over, not lose the game. That's really all he got to do.
He only
And I know he don't like that. But so what? Do you want to go to the Super Bowl or not?
100%.
Yeah,
The White House. You want to win a championship? Well, come play defense and get rebounds.
Yeah.
You're making $200 million to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. That's not a bad life.
He only had to throw the ball 28 times, so that's definitely good for him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So and let me just say this too, and some of y'all not gonna like it, but it's the truth. That was the right team for them to beat to have to go. That team played way above their heads, and Jaden Daniels covered a multitude of sins. Playing better than Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels was great yesterday. He just don't have a lot of help.
Exactly.
And against a really good quality team, you saw that.
Facts.
They got a good team. It's not on the caliber of the Bills and the Eagles and the Ravens and the
Chiefs.
You know, it's not right. It ain't that.
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I ain't heard that in 4 weeks. Everybody been on this
I agree. Listen,
everybody been on this bandwagon of him. I ain't trying to hear all that. No,
I'm still on the bandwagon.
They wasn't expecting a rookie to do that in his first season.
Nobody's saying that for 4 weeks.
I'm still on the bandwagon.
Special. This team is good. This guy's making all the right plays.
Let me say this.
Hadn't played the number one defense in the league.
But let me say this to you, Cam. They were saying it. They just weren't saying it that way. What they were saying was, with Jaden, we always have a chance.
Okay.
That's code for this team is okay, but Jaden makes us a contender. And they were right. They got all the way to the NFC Championship because of Jaden.
Yeah.
But at some point, folk got to make plays beyond Jaden.
Don't put too much stock in that. I mean, Jalen, he's not bad, but don't put too much stock. This reminds me of another guy that had a really good season his first year, C.J. Stroud. I'm just saying, don't put too much in it because guess what? Next year, teams are gonna be game planning for Jaden.
It'll be a whole different thing. 100%.
I'm not saying he's not gonna perform. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying it's gonna be different for him.
The road will be harder for sure. For sure. All right, let's get to the other game because first of all, let me start.
Can I finish? Can I finish that? Can I close the door on that though?
Go ahead. Is there something else you want to add? Go ahead. Absolutely.
Close the door on it. Now, if I told you, Lord, that the quarterback was going to go 20 for 28 with 262 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, no fumbles. We all would have thought it would have been Lamar Jackson. We thought it would have been Josh Allen. I ain't gonna say Jalen because he's still a rookie. I think Jalen put on a performance to get him there. I feel like for them to win it all and do it now, it's gonna be Saquon.
Well, it can't be less than what he did yesterday.
I don't know.
It can't be less. It can't be less. They have no shot to win if this.
I don't know because guess what?
Nope.
He overperformed too. Like when you think about it, I mean, listen, the 3 touchdowns, he didn't have to have the 3 touchdowns. He could have had one, and Saquon could have had another one, or they could have passed to.
But that was against a team that wasn't led by Patrick Mahomes.
You're gonna need all the points you can get it.
No. I'm not saying taking the points off the board. I'm saying he didn't have to get the points.
I'm saying the same thing you saying. I'm saying let me put it a different way. Let me put Jalen's performance a different way.
Y'all said he.
No, I'll say it like this.
Mahomes.
I'll say it like this. Josh Allen yesterday went 237, no interceptions, and it was not enough.
Okay.
I'm saying if which is essentially the very same thing that Jalen did. Those numbers are basically the same, and he lost. I'm telling you, James Cook had a hell of a day yesterday. James Cook 13, 85. He had 85 of the toughest yards I've seen a back have against the Chiefs.
But no receiver other than Mac Hollins really did anything.
I honestly think Philly's offense is better. And and their play calling is better than Buffalo.
Listen. On paper, you are 1,000% correct. But man.
Also, it's something to be 15-1 and the team that beat you was kind of talking a little smack after they beat you.
They was talking reckless. They was.
Yeah. So like, it wasn't just no ordinary game for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs either. Tell him to change the screen. Then tell him he got to cut the thing off because that purple gold ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we love that purple and gold.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. That looks amazing to me.
Josh Allen's receivers didn't really show up other than Mac Hollins either. So.
Can I ask you which receivers have shown up? I mean, they make the trade for Amari Cooper. What, he got 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
How many yards he got on the year?
Can we be honest about Buffalo for real? Like, we're not really being honest about Buffalo.
It's all the quarterback and the running back.
It's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke. Yeah. The irony is Buffalo and Washington are actually the same team.
Except that Buffalo is the one that let them get Xavier Worthy. They traded.
That's the only thing. Well, if we talk about his history showing you bad things, Buffalo is the one that let them get Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
true.
If we're being honest, but I'm gonna say this. This is the only problem I have with yesterday in that game. Don't be whispering in my ear, Patrick Mahomes, I'm sorry I had to beat you. You know what? You can kiss my ass. I did it. Okay, and I'm saying it raw like that. Because, you can't just come and kick me and my dog and then tell me I'm sorry. No, man. We ain't cool no more.
Yeah.
Because he stole that from him. But listen, I don't know what else. I honestly don't know what else Josh could have done. But I will say this, in that last drive, y'all not going to like what I'm about to say.
Okay.
In that last drive, Josh was awful. Those last 3 passes, he was awful. That was the only bad part of his day. The rest of the stuff, I can't blame him for everything. But those last 3 passes, he overthrew one dude, he overthrew another one, missed throwing another one.
Man, Spags was downing it up, though.
I don't blame him for the blitz thing. Unlike some people I know, that final blitz wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
that 4th and 5 wasn't his fault.
Yeah, he needed respiration. He didn't know what was coming.
Yeah. I've watched that play now 15 times, and all 15 times, there was nothing else Josh could have done with what he did. Yeah. Nothing else. Yeah. There was no other read. There was no other play. He threw it to the one. And by the way, Dalton Kincaid was open. He was as open as he was going to be on a 4th and 5th, where you throwing almost 15 yards from where the line of scrimmage was. He was as open as to where he was going to be. It was just a tough play. It was a tough catch. It just didn't work out.
I mean, you don't lose a game on one play.
No. But
you don't lose a game on one play. But how ironic is it that who is the MVP this year? Who do you think the MVP is? For me, it's a no-brainer. When you get the numbers,
it's probably going to be Lamar by the numbers.
He didn't make it to the AFC Championship game?
He did not. Not.
Why not? What happened?
Because he could not get out of his own way.
He made a pass at the end of the game to win the game.
And by the way,
didn't he make?
I to your point, Cam, and I think you're making a good one here. He made a great pass
To who? The tight end?
to a tight end who hadn't dropped a pass like that since 2019.
And then Josh made a pass to the tight end. Like, how ironic is that? That they both get
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
that's crazy, man.
I
It's a tough day.
would give my MVP vote to Saquon though.
I want to.
If Saquon would have gotten the record, I think he'd have it hands down.
Here's the
But
problem.
because he didn't get it, he's not going to get it. But he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it.
Here's the problem with that. Saquon get the record.
Mm.
He still didn't put up the season that Lamar Jackson put up. When you talking about the yards and the touchdowns and the rushing yards.
Those are ridiculous.
No,
And if you're going to give –
I don't know if Lamar can put those numbers back together.
yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's crazy because you gave him the MVP twice and his numbers didn't even look anywhere close to this.
That's my whole point that I'm making. Like, I don't
Yeah, it didn't look anywhere close to this.
No.
And he doubled his passing yards, doubled his rushing yards, doubled his touchdown. It's crazy.
Yeah, he may not put up this again.
I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to go
I'm
to the
just
Super
saying in
Bowl.
general. Like, how could you not?
Yeah,
get that?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I do
So-
know a guy. I do know a guy that at the beginning of the year when we had our picks and
This
and
is the part I was dreading right here.
no, I'm just saying like when we had
You earned this. You've earned this. So I can't even be mad at you.
yeah, I'm just wanting to let y'all know I do know a guy that if you want to go there, he can help you get to the promised land. He can help you. He can be a GM for you. He can tell you what's gonna happen. I tried to tell you guys that, and then y'all talk so crazy to me. And y'all are like I was just like Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. No, I'm trying to tell you what it is.
You're right,
I'm
brother.
trying to tell you what it is,
You're right.
man.
You're right.
Mahomes is the real deal.
You're right, brother.
And
Listen.
look, and here the scary thing is, he said, I can beat you with 300 in the air, or I can beat you with a sufficient game. All I'm going to do is control the game and control the flow of the game. And they beat Buffalo at their own game. Buffalo will eat you up with the time of possession.
When you know how to win, you don't have to do too much.
Man, listen here. And it's almost unfair because they also playing with two head coaches over there. Spag is a head coach, man.
Spags, man.
Yeah.
The
Wait a minute,
second half.
please don't tell me y'all had him too. So you had Saquon on the other side, and then you had Spags.
He did. But to our credit though, we did get 2 Super Bowls out of Spags though.
No, real talk.
We got 2 Super Bowls out of Spags, so
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. And he left on his own. He left to go be a head coach, if you remember. So we didn't kick him out. He left on his own.
Spags, listen, man. I just ain't seen
Sure
nobody.
would be nice to bring him back though.
No, real talk. I just ain't seen nobody dial up a blitz like that. Like you don't.
That was amazing.
It's so. Oh man.
That was amazing.
Let me stop.
That was amazing.
I'm sure he might get a head coaching job now.
I'm done.
Well, speaking of head coaches, we got some new ones.
Oh, let me put my let me put my deal on mute right quick.
See, you already starting. We got some new head coaches in the NFL. So let's list them out real quick. Let me pull up the list. I'm sorry. Okay, the new head coaches are.
Hey, if I know I get in trouble on YouTube and stuff if I play the song, but if I sing it just a cappella,
If you sing it, we fine.
Never mind. I'll say that for another day.
Yeah, if you sing it, we are absolutely fine. Okay, so
As long as you're in the
right
right
now, the Jets have hired Aaron Glenn. Love it.
Check mark.
Good hire.
Check. The Bears have hired Ben Johnson. So they have stripped. Everybody has officially stripped Detroit of all of their greatness. So we're gonna find out how good of a coach Dan Campbell really is.
Facts.
Mike Vrabel.
Best hire, the best hire of all of them.
We'll see. In a very controversial fashion, Liam Cohen is now the hire of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I like the move. I like the move.
It's weird though because he had signed a contract to stay the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, and then they fired the GM and he's like, "Oh, I'll take the job now."
100%.
Okay, that's crazy.
Pete Carroll is now the head coach of the Raiders.
Tom Brady inspired.
And finally, the Dallas Cowboys forsaked all other opportunities and things staring in their face and decided to hire from within Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator. And I know some of you are saying he was. He was. He was, believe it or not. I'm sorry. That slipped out. I apologize. He was. No, he was.
Man.
He was the offensive coordinator for the team last year.
Oh man.
As recently as 3 weeks ago.
Coordinator that didn't call plays. Okay.
He didn't call the plays. He just wrote them out on a napkin and handed to. But he's the offensive coordinator, and now he is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. So, and to quote Jerry, he is no longer a career assistant. Brian is the man. So let's go through the list. Right pick. Go play a game of right pick or wrong pick. And let's start with Aaron Glenn to the Jets. Is that the right pick or the wrong pick?
Right pick. Right pick.
I got my opinions about this though.
Talk to us.
It's good. It's good. I mean, yeah, it's the right pick, yes. But I seen the Robert Salas. I seen everything else, and I don't want Glenn to be a victim of that. When things ain't going right and you just don't give the team what they need, and then you start pointing at the coach.
Black coach in a
100%.
bad situation.
The what now?
Black coach in a bad situation.
Not necessarily even a black coach, just a coach in a bad situation. Like,
I'm gonna say a black coach.
I mean, that's cool. I can say that. I don't care.
No, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, but I'm gonna say black coach.
I don't.
I got you.
You and I know how the owner is.
Keep Aaron Rodgers or let him go.
What? He already gone. We better be. But that's what I'm saying. Was this discussed when y'all brought Aaron in? Aaron, you get to do what you want. Like, was this discussed?
I think it is only fair. Woody, what's his last name? I forgot his last name.
Johnson. Johnson.
Let Aaron and the new GM go get their guy. Don't handcuff them to this situation. That was somebody else's mess. They cleaned the house completely, and I'm going to say something that's wildly unpopular.
Yeah.
Clean the house completely of Aaron Rodgers' messes. That means Lazard and Adams. And Adams hadn't been bad. He has not been bad. But so what? Clean the house of all of the Aaron Rodgers. You know how Kyrie went through the gym saging the gym that time?
Yeah.
That's how you got to do with this Aaron Rodgers situation. Sage the whole Jets organization. Get all the Aaron Rodgers karma and mess out the building and let Aaron have the team to see what he can do with it. But I like the hire, though. I do like the hire.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, a good hire or a bad hire?
Good hire. Good hire.
Can I be honest? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
can I tell you why, Chad, before you answer?
Mm-hmm.
What experience do we have? Like,
that's all I'm saying. I don't. Ben Johnson. I just heard of Ben Johnson the last 2-3 years, and he don't have the same weapons in Chicago that he had in Detroit.
Yeah.
Now, he may try to do some of the same trick plays and all the different creative stuff that he's done, and that's fine. But is is there anything, unless he's going to fix Caleb holding the ball too long, which he might. We'll see. But it's not just about the offense. You got to coach both sides of the ball. Who is going to be, I want to see who the rest of the staff is going to be before I say this is a great hire. It's an interesting hire to me, but I'm not going to say it's a great hire.
He brought Randall over.
I like Randall L.
He brought
Al Harris over there too.
Al Harris over. To
I like Al.
Like that.
I like Al.
He's doing something that Dan Quinn just did. Because like Dan Quinn don't know. I don't even know if Dan Quinn know how to spell offense, but he got Kingsbury there doing the stuff, right? So if Ben do that and he's surrounded like JJ Redick, he's surrounded by people, like it might work.
It might work out. It might work out.
It might work, but I mean it's the Bears though. Like man, I would have been more comfortable with them getting Pete Carroll, somebody that's done it. Like for the youngsters and some of the vets on the team and stuff like that. But just getting this guy because he just put up points. Like they don't.
And that's really what I'm saying. To put an unproven philosophy in the room with an unproven quarterback don't necessarily seem like it's a good idea, but it might be. We'll see. But I don't think it's going to produce the instant results that everybody else thinks it's going to produce.
Yeah, hiring him, they think it was an offensive problem, which that was part of it. But you gotta think of your whole football club. Is a whole football club, offense and defense. So,
it is an offensive problem, but you're 1,000% correct, Chad. You're not going there to be the offensive coordinator.
Right. Now I will say though, play calling alone lost the Bears maybe 5 games last year.
100%.
At the end of the game.
But I ain't
talking about the defensive side of the ball.
But it was special teams and offense that did it. So yeah, you might be able to call the plays on the offense and get it right. But are you gonna call the plays on the special teams and get it right? Because you lost about 3 games on special teams.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's an interesting hire. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong. It's an interesting. We'll see where it goes. Mike Vrabel, you love it. Why?
Oh yeah. Because for one, he got at those kind of teams, the Patriots, the Cowboys, you got to also plead the fan base, and you got to plead like you really want a homer because those are like franchises out they out there, right? You know what I mean? So like you got to get that guy that's gonna beloved them just like they beloved him. So like I just thought it was perfect. I mean, we all said that though, like. You know, it made sense that Mayo got fired. Yeah, because the Jets have already talked to Mike Vrabel. Ain't nobody finna tour with our guy. Like, it's a no-brainer. So yeah. And who did he bring back? We call that too, right? He brought Josh McDaniels back, right?
100%. 100%.
It only makes sense, man.
The only reason Gerard Mayo got the job is because Mike Vrabel had a job.
He wasn't ready. Yeah.
That's the only reason. I hate to say that for the brother. Because I like Gerard Mayo. I really do. And I think he deserves to get an opportunity to be a head coach in this league on his own terms. But you only got that New England job because Mike had a job.
He was a fill-in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You were the bridge to Mike Vrabel. So there you go. But it's the right hire.
Hey, can I go back one? I would have been more comfortable with the Bears getting Mike McCarthy than get Ben Johnson, honestly.
Why? Because he's done it.
Been there. He's been there. Like even when you talk about the offensive side of the ball, he knows that, and he's still got coordinators. And he don't the defense. He'll get a defensive coordinator. Like I'm all for Ben Johnson and the excitement of the offense. I get that, but that's not the whole game.
I think
you gotta start somewhere though.
I agree.
You do. But here's the challenge of that though.
Put him with some vets.
If you are the Bears, you've done this.
Exactly. Put him with the.
You've done this. Matt Eberflus was a first-time hire. Who was before Matt Eberflus?
No. You're saying it wrong, Lord. Go the opposite way. They've only hired one coach that had head coaching experience.
That's all I'm saying.
Fox.
No.
I'm just saying.
In the history of the Bears. In the history of the Bears.
I'm just saying. That's all we're trying to say. Thank you for stopping me because I was going to go through the whole list. Thank you for stopping me. That's a better way to say it. Liam Cohen, is that a good hire, the right pick or the wrong pick?
I don't really know too much about him. So.
You know, he turned Baker Mayfield's career around.
That's what I'm saying. I just like it that he can connect with the quarterback. That's what I like about him. And like you just said about being, he like you just said, like Chad was just saying about being, it's got to start. He got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you guess what? You dealing with a bad deck of cards though, bro. Like you know the people that's on your roster. Like,
yeah.
Let me stay there because obviously the interesting part about Liam Cohen is he's basically in the same situation as Ben Johnson is. You're being brought in to really cater to one person. Fact. So let me ask you the same question about Trevor Lawrence as I would ask about Caleb Williams. Is he the right guy?
You go back another year too, Lord. This was his first year as offensive coordinator there. The coordinator before was with Tampa Bay. He went to Carolina. And they was ready to get rid of Bryce Young, but look what he did with Bryce Young.
And I think that's some of what is fueling this. Because Bryce turned around his career. Yeah. Bryce essentially saved his career under this head coach.
Yeah.
Because Bryce is on the way out.
Yes.
So do you think Liam Cohen can do that for Trevor Lawrence? Because there's doubts about Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
So do you think he can save him?
Yeah. And his maybe, I ain't gonna say more appealing, but like, I mean, they got a stud over there in the receiver, the boy from LSU too.
They do, Brian Thomas.
And then what are you gonna do with ETN? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And you know what you got in Trevor. You know what I mean? So like, this like you say, it's just you saw that pattern. It's like, okay, maybe this will work too.
And no disrespect to your Colts, but this is a winnable division.
100%. I don't know about that.
If you could get this team to 9 wins, you got a shot.
I don't know. Because D'Amico, with all his weapons, they may not even be the seed that they were. With all the offensive weapons that was hurt. CJ Stroud got nice.
But they not. I don't think they can afford to re-sign Stephon Diggs.
Why couldn't they?
Because he's gonna want his bag.
You got a quarterback under the rookie contract. You good. Collins not getting paid like that. Dale's not getting paid like that.
But at some point, you got to start paying them.
Listen, Dalton Schultz, when it's time to get paid, you can go. I got Matt Stover.
I'm staring at you. I'm staring at you, Cincinnati, when I say that. At some point, you got to start paying them.
Yeah. But see, those kind of people you can let go because you got Matt Stover. That means Dalton Schultz, you can go.
So let me ask you a question based on what you just said.
Yeah.
Do you pay Stephon Diggs now, knowing that you're going to have to pay Collins and Tank Dell later? Or do you
I'm not paying Tank Dell like that. If I got Nico Collins and Diggs, he can go.
You think Diggs got that much left coming off an ACL tear?
Yeah. I think
okay.
Hey, let me give you another name. Saquon. And he's doing more on his legs than what Diggs going to have to do.
Is Stephon the freak athlete that Saquon is?
We don't know yet.
I don't think so. I don't think so either. I know everywhere he's been marvelous.
He's been great. Okay, can't argue with that. Okay, all right. So this will be interesting. I think they got probably the right guy, but I think this is I'm gonna put this in an interesting category for me as well. Yeah. Pete Carroll.
He's done it at the highest level, so we'll see. But that's Tom Brady's guy. So
73.
I don't have a problem with that.
You don't think they was that old back in the day?
Pete Carroll is football. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with this at all.
Them coaches are old back in the day.
I don't have. You know why? You know why though? You know why, Lord? Because he's gonna have 2 studs as coordinators.
He will.
Yeah, he's gonna have 2 studs coordinator position. That's the only reason I say that.
Woo.
73. All right, I mean, you're gonna have a top draft pick.
I can't argue with the resume. Well, you have a 6. You're the 6th spot. I ain't gonna say top. Now they may try to buy in.
Top 10.
Here's the thing about buying into the top. There has to be a seller, and I don't know. Tennessee says they're open for business. We'll see.
Do you know who I'm hearing about Tennessee? This is the craziest thing. I don't know if it makes sense. This is the craziest thing I've heard about Tennessee, dude.
Go ahead.
Is that they can be trading? They would trade. Be willing to trade their pick for a quarterback, a specific quarterback.
Traded for who?
Prescott?
I've heard that.
Why?
Let me tell you why. Because if you're Tennessee, the one thing that you have never had in the last 5 to 7 to 8, maybe 9 years is stability at that position.
I tell you what, then. Let me tell you what stability would get you. It would get me kicked off the show. Because if I have to hear him and Shador Sanders, nah. I don't want to be his friend. I don't want to be his friend.
Well, let me be very clear. The guy to my right has no problem with that trade.
No problem at all.
So
none whatsoever.
Because I don't think y'all understand his fan. I don't think he has ever truly conveyed on the screen the level of hatred that, and I mean hatred, not dislike, hatred that he has for Dak Prescott.
Do you know the dynamics of that? Let me play devil's advocate. Do you know the dynamics of that if it would happen? They would fire Schottenheimer before he even started just to hire Dion.
Yeah.
That's a Jerry move. That's a Jerry move.
Yeah.
There was one. That's a Jerry move.
I think it's more likely that Abdul Carter or Travis are going number one. I think the price that Tennessee is going to put on trading out of that spot is going to be too high for the Raiders to pay. It's too high. Raiders, you don't have nothing, but you got a linebacker in Max Crosby, and that's it.
That's it.
And maybe half a running back. That's it. You don't have nothing. Nothing. You got the stuff. You can't afford to be giving up draft picks.
They got one good receiver. They got one receiver.
He's okay.
Okay, yeah.
But you ain't got enough to be giving up draft picks and
no.
Y'all need to calm down. So they're gonna have to just tough it out and just ride the wave. So Tennessee, I don't know who's gonna want to trade other than the Giants trading up to get him, get Shador, or somebody or Cleveland trading up to get
Cam Ward.
Cam, because I hear they want Cam.
Cleveland got the third pick, the second pick.
They got a second pick. I think they should just sit where they are. They'll be fine. Right, they'll be fine. I don't see anybody going up to get a quarterback. And to me, while I love Shador and I love Cam, man, Travis, I think Tennessee tipped their hand when they said, we want a generational talent. Well, ain't but one of those in the draft.
Yeah.
And for Tennessee, you might fix your Will Levis problem by drafting Travis Hunter. Because if Travis can give you 20 offensive plays a game and bail Will Levis out on at least 10 third downs, he's done his job.
Then you got Spears over there.
And now you got a shutdown corner. So it makes more sense for them to draft Travis than it does to draft anybody else. Listen, I'll be the first to say I don't love Will Levis. I knew Will Levis was going to do what he's doing now when he was in Kentucky. I've been watching that kid since he was a freshman. I knew where this was going when they drafted him. But you just drafted him. Don't you have to give him at least a little more time? I mean, maybe you don't. I don't know. Cam, what you think?
I think it's going to be a shakeup in the draft. I know you guys remember last year when I believe Houston had the second pick in the draft. They drafted Stroud. And then, oh my God, we got breaking news.
2 years ago, yeah.
This is the second year, yeah. And then, oh my God, we got breaking news. Houston has moved up and taken the third pick in the draft. They got Anderson. Like, I think it's going to be a shakeup. Somebody's going to shake it up because he is that kind of a player that you're saying, and it could be
Yeah.
a Travis, it could be a Cam Ward. Listen, there's a lot of people that got Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders on their board.
They do. A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
I just don't think
And let me say this. I understand why.
I do too.
Because it's the mobility.
I just don't think they know Jesus. That's what I think it is.
Well, that is also true.
I'm not picking Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders.
I'm not.
Facts.
I'm not either.
And I'm talking about from a football point of view and money point of view. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not either. But let me say this about that whole situation. And I'm speaking directly to the franchise that I support. I heard what Cam said, and I agree. There may be a shakeup. If y'all this up, pack your bags.
Mayball.
With the third pick, we picking a nose tackle from Notre Dame.
And you know what? As soon as they announce it, pack your bags.
What pick do y'all have, Lloyd?
Number 3.
Ain't go either way, boy.
Number 3, and an angry father who has already said my son's not going to Cleveland. So that tells me, at worst, you should walk away with Cam Ward. At worst. So we'll see.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna get very interesting.
All right.
I tell you, it's another jewel in the draft that has went all the way under the radar. Hey, and I think yours is gonna be pretty good too. But I ain't talking
He
about
will
you.
not. He will not.
I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay.
Depending on where he
Career
goes.
backup.
Where he goes.
Career backup.
Yeah, that's what Anthony Richardson is. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, 100%. Yeah. I take yours over Richardson right now. All he can do is
Man.
and it wasn't humble at all either. It wasn't even a humble.
It wasn't humble.
No.
Man.
But Jackson Dart is the one that's under the
Can I
radar.
ask you a question, Cam? How did he hurt you like that?
He didn't hurt me.
Apparently he did.
No, I don't think he's a good quarterback. I just don't.
He's just his second year. He ain't played enough football.
He has played enough football in his career for us to see that. But I get it. Where did our coach come from?
He came from Philly.
And what did they have in Philly?
A quarterback.
He tried to bring the same kind of offense over here and said, let me draft this guy. No, we got it wrong. Simple as that.
Wow.
And I will admit that we got it wrong.
Wow.
FYI, just real quick. This is breaking. This is not breaking news. This is a developing story. Phoenix is doing everything they can to get Jimmy Butler. Apparently, they tried to pull the Chicago Bulls into the trade, to which Bradley Bill said, hell no, can't do that.
He don't want to go nowhere cold.
Not going to Chicago. So the Bulls have been mentioned as one of the teams that could help facilitate. Here's the sticking for those. Well, we ain't got to that part yet. We'll get to that part. We'll get to it in a minute. We'll get to the reasons why in a minute, but let's keep going where we are. The only other head coach right or wrong pick is Brian Schottenheimer. Chad, let's start with you. Right or wrong pick here.
It don't really matter. It don't really matter because the only thing I'm worried about is who they're gonna put around them. Like we've been saying, they need to get a good O-line coach to cut these penalties down.
Well, it won't be Mike Zimmer. He retired.
Yeah, no. Well,
and I'm not going to let you talk like that because it does matter.
No, it don't matter.
It does matter.
No, because Jerry ran the show.
Like a real Cowboy fan. You sound like a typical Cowboy fan I've been talking about.
But man, look, we hire from inside all the time, and Jerry did one little hire outside, and it backfired for him. He's saying,
Chad, let me stop.
I ain't done with my thought, brother.
I know, but I want to tell you something. Me and Cam actually set you up. This is actually an intervention.
It ain't no intervention.
And this is a safe space for you to tell your truths.
This is therapy.
This is therapy. Because I know you pissed. Listen, I know you pissed. I understand. I get it. I need you to get it out of your system so that you can start the healing. Otherwise, it's going to be a long-ass season. And you don't want that.
It's been long. Hey, we gonna have about 3 years.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna join Cam and taking my hat off.
We gonna have 3 years of 5-11 seasons, and then we're gonna be back on top because we're gonna have our quarterback.
Huh.
And that quarterback.
3 years of 5-11 season.
3 years of 5-11 season. Then we're gonna
and then you have your quarterback.
Yes.
And who would that be? Who would that be?
The Manning boy, Archie Manning.
I see what you're doing there.
We're gonna actually have a quarterback.
Hell, he don't look good either.
Actually, gonna have a quarterback. So I can endure endure 3 5-11 seasons again for
Chad,
a top 5.
Clinically, what you're doing is called deflecting, and it's not healthy, Chad. It's not healthy.
Look, we signed a coach that didn't even call plays for the team that he coached on. I mean, that's the most Jerryest thing that's happened.
It is. It really is. It really
So,
is.
I mean,
That's why.
It is a silver lining with the coach, though, because he connects with Dak, though. That's
that's the reason why. Because
in what
signed
way?
off. Dak signed off on it.
Hold on. And let me say this. Listen, I didn't say I agree with him. I'm just telling you what the facts are.
Right.
The fact that he is the highest paid player in NFL history, Dak.
That is true.
If you think that's what can help Dak, you do it. Now, I personally think your head coach is still coaching football right now in Philly. I really do feel that way because if you look at Dak numbers, his best years.
Oh, you talking about the guy they interviewed last week and didn't hire?
Yeah. Listen, I think Kellen Moore should have been the coach. Now, we also said that while he was under y'all, like, okay, are they going to let McCarthy go? Is he going to walk away and find another job so they can bring him up? I didn't think Dan Quinn was the right one to bring up. I didn't think that.
I mean, Cam, it makes sense to hire the guy who just led your arch rival to the Super Bowl, and then you can weaken one team while strengthening another. I don't know. And then also Dak had his best numbers under who? Kellen Moore.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
You can weaken your opponent.
Hold on, Chad. Don't you say nothing about Kellen Moore.
Because it didn't matter.
Because you spent all last season saying you wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
you don't think I remember that?
We ain't had no Saquon. So.
And you said 3 minutes ago that it didn't matter who y'all got.
Chad, that is very true. Chad, that is very, very true.
Hold on. So, 3 minutes ago, he said it didn't matter what coach he brought in.
That might have been the truest thing you've ever said on this show. We didn't have no Saquon.
We ain't no Saquon, bro. So.
Touche, Chad. Touche.
So, but he would have been better than Brian Schottenheimer, for sure.
We don't know that. Let's let it play out. There's no way I think y'all going to be 5-11.
But again, no, you can hire Kellen Moore and weaken your division opponent, just like we were saying about the other coach.
I'm just not a fan of hiring a coach just to do that. Because if that coach may not relate to your players. So
Well, I mean, Kellen Moore already had a relationship with everybody on.
Kellen Moore was a good move. I think it should have been a good move.
I thought that was a no-brainer.
Unless outside of Bill Belichick, I think that was a no-brainer.
And let me say this, and this is not gonna be what Michael Irvin wants to hear, but it's the truth. I don't know if Deion was a slam dunk. I don't know that. I know what he does works with teenage and young adults.
Yes.
Right. I don't know if them rah-rah speeches work for grown men. Now, if you ask everybody else, the Louis Riddicks, the Shannon Sharps, the Stephen A. Smith, they all say whatever he does, he can do it on any level. That may or may not be true. I just think I want to see Deion stay where he is.
And it was all about.
And I don't mean Colorado. I don't mean Colorado. I mean in college sports. Go ahead, Chad. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's just that they wanted that slam dunk for the Dallas Cowboys as far as that splash higher. And it wasn't a splash higher. So that
Deion would have been a splash higher.
Exactly. That's
this
what
wasn't
the
even.
media
This
wanted.
wasn't even in water. This was like
now
riding over speed. This was riding over a speed bump.
But
baptism tap.
but you talk, but like Lloyd said about that Dion stuff, and with that translating to wins in the NFL, would that translate for wins into the NFL?
I don't know.
I'm going with the great. I'm gonna go with the GOAT. The GOAT said he had to get out of the NFL. He's like, I couldn't do this. He said, I belong over here. Nick Saban said, I belong over here. He said, this is
said it. That was, by the way, if you haven't seen that interview on the Pivot, go watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a whole new respect for Nick Saban, and I had a whole hell of a lot of respect before that interview, and now I got even more. That dude's amazing. Okay,
he even went out there and said that the AD asked him in Baton Rouge. He said, "Is this what you want to do?" And Saban was like, "No." Well, why the hell did you do it? Why are you doing it then?
Why are you doing this? Right, going to Miami. Talking about going to Miami. All right, let's get to question 3. Wow, what a game. I want to give props
40 points, 23 rebounds right now for AD.
Yeah, he's killing it. I want to give props to Notre Dame. They put on a much better fight than I think a lot of people thought. Although, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought they would put on a good fight. I just think at the end of the day, when you get to that highest level, it's hard to beat talent, man. It's just hard.
$20 million talent.
And they pay $20 million for this team.
So he kind of expected to know.
And let me just say something. That doggone number 4, a.k.a. Jeremiah Smith, Cam, I got to give you all the credit because you were on it. I had not watched because I covered the ACC, so I have not watched as many Big Ten games as Cam had, and he been telling me all season, Lloyd, when you see Jeremiah Smith, you're going to flip out. And, brother, Shedeur, Travis, Cam, Carter, all of them should be grateful Jeremiah Smith is a freshman. Because that dude is – I don't agree with a lot of things Dan Orlovsky says, but I agree that Jeremiah Smith would absolutely be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Hands down.
My God, that's a grown man right there. So, okay. So who you think is your way too early pick? I feel like Ohio State's going to run it back.
They losing a lot. Lord, they losing a lot.
Are they losing Jeremiah Smith?
No.
They might be. Because somebody already offered him a lot of money to go into the portal.
I don't think he's going nowhere.
All right.
I don't think he's going nowhere.
Nothing else for him to prove in college football. I will tell you that.
There's nothing else for him to prove at Ohio State.
Yeah, there's nothing. At all.
You know what we have never seen? Ooh, here's your hot take for the night, people.
What, he going to go to Michigan?
Here's your hot take. Here's your hot take for the night, people.
He going to go to Michigan and win?
Not necessarily Michigan. We've never seen a player be great on one team and then leave and go be great for somebody else.
That would be a first. That would be a first, huh? In college.
We haven't. Think about it. I'm talking about great.
Okay.
If they'd had a better quarterback, he would have. I ain't saying he would have beat Travis because we had never seen what Travis did this year, but he would have made it interesting.
Okay.
If Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback of Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith wins the Heisman.
I don't know. He only had 5 catches against Michigan. So.
Y'all would have lost.
He played.
Yeah, but Will Howard's not. Will Howard's just okay.
Okay.
That makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And there's no shade to Will Howard. I think because Will's growing. He's growing in the position. I think he's gonna get better. But he wasn't great this season. He was just okay. Now he got good in the fan of those last 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Right. Chip Kelly called a game for him that was almost perfect. But imagine if he had Shedeur or Cam or even Jackson Dart. That kid's in the Heisman conversation as a freshman. And he got to be the leading Heisman dude going into next year. Him and Arch Manning, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
I would say so.
I think Ohio State's gonna be there. I think Texas is gonna be there.
Who's gonna offer him Who's gonna offer him the money though? That's what I want to know. What
Or a
team?
lot of teams could offer him the money. Will he take it? Is the question.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see if he take it.
Yeah. Money talks. It talks, but
It-
top teams I think is gonna be Texas, Ohio State. Still, you can't never count out Georgia. So I think those are the top teams right now.
Georgia reloads.
Yeah, I don't think Texas.
You don't think Texas? You think they come back to the pack?
I can say the Pack. It just depends on some other things that I don't, that's for another subject. I don't agree with some of the things that you think. I don't agree with the way the committee got it. I don't think the committee got it right. I don't think it did. So I personally don't. I'm thinking, I mean, Ohio State was better than a lot of those teams. I just real quick, just like 30 seconds. The committee. I like what they did. Yes. But you did that, and you set up a bunch of these rules up 2 years ago. We didn't have a college playoff 2 years ago, but you set those up 2 years ago. So I think you should have changed. Something should have changed when you reshuffled the Big Ten and the conference. Because there's no way that Arizona State gets a bye. Like, I think you put the teams in there, and then you shuffle them on where they should be. That's what I think. Because Arizona had an easier path than Ohio State. And Ohio State was by far the better team. It's because they shuffled up the conferences. If Texas and OU are still in the Big 12, we don't even know who Arizona State is. So I'm just saying, at the point that they changed that they set the playoffs, but then these teams start shuffling conferences. I mean, the Pac-12 is not what it was. I mean, like Oregon would have been the number one seed. Ohio State would have been the number one seed. So I think at that point when they shuffled the conferences, I think they should have went back and realigned the committee should have realigned who gets buys and all that stuff. Come on, Boise State got a bye. They didn't have no schedule that nobody else had. Like that's just my opinion though. I'm not saying it shouldn't be there. I'm not saying it shouldn't be there, but the path to get there. Wait a minute. Ohio State had to beat Notre Dame, Oregon, Texas. No.
Well, let me say this: you are not alone.
Just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion, man.
Hold on. You might be surprised about what I'm about to say. You are not alone. I am here with you. I don't disagree with anything you said. If I'm being honest, I don't disagree with anything you said because the reality is, and we hadn't planned on doing this tonight, but we can go ahead and do a little bit of it now, and we'll come back to it at a later date. I only said they got it right based on what they set up as their rules. That was my only point. But do the rules need to change? 1,000%. Arizona State rode the back of a great player.
Yeah.
Scatterbo is a great player. I would make an argument that Scatterbo might be a better running back than the one that everybody's trying to put above him.
Boise.
I'm just saying. I like my running backs to have proven it at the highest level against NFL quality talent.
Mm-hmm.
And Scatterbo has done that. So take that for whatever it's worth.
Is that where Jaden Daniels was at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Originally, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, that's just how I feel. But I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I think and that's no shade to the Big 12. The Big 12 was competitive this year. Yeah. But I don't know if you can say the Big 12 was better than the Big 10 and the SEC. I don't know if you can say, or even the ACC. I don't know if you can say that. I'm not sure you can say that.
Yeah, the top two teams in the Big 10 was better than whatever the Big 12 spit out.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So we'll let that be what it is for now.
It's a conversation we definitely had, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely revisit it. Okay. We are in the trade window, ladies and gentlemen. Something is about to go down. The pots are all on the stove. They are brewing. Yeah, come together. We got to come together, Cam. This is our time now. We got to focus. You and I got to focus. What
Oh,
is the big one that's about to happen?
I mean, it's got to be with Jimmy Butler somehow. I mean,
Is
that's
that the big one? Is
I don't
that the
think that's
big
big.
one?
I personally don't think that's the big.
Well, the only thing that could make that one the big one
It's the most noise.
is how out. Because if he goes to Phoenix, we know for sure Phoenix cannot do this deal by themselves. It has to be a 3, 4, or maybe even 5 team trade. We know that.
Yes.
So if that is true, then the real question is what flushes out and where does Bradley Beal end up? Who are the other pieces that are going to be a part of this trade? What is it going to look like at the end of the day? So that could make that one a big trade.
I think the teams are going to be Phoenix, Golden State, Chicago.
In that trade,
Yeah, I think Bill's probably going to Golden State, or Vucevic is going to Golden State.
how did Beal end up at Golden State all of a sudden?
You can't just say that. Bill has a no trade clause. He gets to go
Okay.
wherever he want to go.
Yeah, he'll accept a trade to Golden State.
I have not heard Beal
No.
going to Golden State from any source I trust.
Hey, 42-23. That's what AD said.
Right. The only person I've heard say Golden State is you because you love Golden State.
Oh shit! I just thought about it. That makes sense.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man.
You telling us what, Chad?
His girl, Bill's girl, she likes the city. San
Oh
Francisco.
man, we got to the next
I'm
topic.
saying that's inside. That's inside track.
This
He
just
would
feels like
accept-
prayer. This just feels like a prayer.
No, I'm saying she said that she likes the city of San Francisco, and I'm sure he would accept a trade to go to the state if
Okay.
if that was the case.
Okay.
But I think that they're going to be one of those teams in that trade. Whatever pieces they get, it's going to be something like that of
Chad,
Chicago.
with all due respect, shut up.
No, I'm not going to shut up.
That
I'm
was
not going to
respectful.
shut up. I'm not going to shut up. Hey, I'm not going to
I
shut
see
up.
you fight.
I'm
I see you fighting for your team. I see you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving my
And
opinion.
I actually got his team is one of the biggest trades, but he's just blabbing now. That's
No,
all that is.
I'm not
And
blabbing.
Bill ain't even came on their
Don't
radar.
give me no gun then.
Bill ain't even gave them. Ain't been on their radar, man. Come on, stop that.
I like
man.
that,
Stop
Chad.
making stuff
I like
up,
that.
man.
That's one of my favorite movies, by the way. That's one
I
of my
do
favorite
see.
movies.
I do see them making one of the biggest splashes though, but it
Who
ain't
you think-
Bill.
Who is it?
Brandon Ingram. And I think he's going to probably be one of the biggest ones out there.
For what?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but here's the thing: they have so many pieces they can move. I mean, the Kaminga is huge that they have over there. Like along with the
Well,
other,
Kaminga for Ingram does it probably.
you got to give a little bit more though, because we know what Ingram brings to the table. We can say we know what Kaminga brings, but yeah, that's paying with Steph and these other people. That's good. I get that. But
Put in a trade calendar. Calculated.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
keep talking. Y'all keep talking because
I'm just saying that's a big move, and I don't even see why they would even want. I don't even see why Ingram would even want to go to Philly. Philly is the biggest best in basketball. I don't see why he even want to go over there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that Paul George thing is not working out.
Man, it's blowing up in their face.
Well, is it
It's
Paul's
not.
fault?
It's not.
I mean, it's not, but I'm just
It's
saying.
not
Paul's fault, though.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm saying just the situation is not working out. So,
All right. So what we were saying the trade was.
You got to get Ingram going to Golden State. I mean, getting Ingram and Golden State. Listen, it's a LeBron James factor. You got a player like Steph. You got to surround him. You got to do right by Steph. And making a splash like this, you got to do you have to do right by Steph. Simple as that.
And you getting rid of who now? We said Kaminga.
Kaminga will be part of it, and whatever else you got to do, Buddy here. I don't care what it is.
Let's try it as straight up and see if it works.
Well, we know that.
Okay, so it does not work. So now who do we have to add?
Probably got Moody, maybe. Probably Moody or Looney or somebody.
But you're looking at two teams though, Lord. That's still another. This is a trade for 3-4 teams to get involved with too. So I mean, it's going to take another team, and that's fine.
Okay. I don't hate that trade. If I'm being honest, I don't hate it.
I think it's different.
It dramatically changes their team, but it could be good. The only way the trade works is if Brandon Ingram can come in and be a new KD.
Yeah.
If he's willing to do that,
he can be KD light.
Then it's a great trade.
Yeah.
But if he can't do that, then
I think his game can do that though. I don't feel like Brandon Ingram has to have the ball in his hand to be effective.
He absolutely has to have the ball in his hand to be effective.
I don't think he has to be.
He's built his entire career on that.
Who is he playing with right now over there? He's playing with people that's more ball dominant than he is.
But he's the number one option.
Who is?
Brandon. It ain't Zion no more.
Healthy Zion is the number one. He's the number one option. Healthy.
Say it again. Who is
healthy? Zion is the number one option.
First of all, I know you heard me cussing tonight, but you don't have to cuss to match my cuss. Healthy is a cuss word when it comes to Zion. You can't even put them in the same sentence.
Hey, but see, you put a team over there where Brandon Ingram, like 2 years ago, he's the point forward. He's bringing the ball down the court. The ball's in his hands. He's making the offense happen. That's not the same no more.
Yeah.
They got DeJounte Murray over there now. They got CJ McCollum over there now. They got Zion under there. They got Trey Murphy over there now. He's not handling the ball like he used to. So he don't have to have the ball in his hand like that. I'm just saying. Like,
I think Brandon could be good. I think Brandon's an interesting trade. That might solve a lot of their problems. If they can the challenge of the situation is working them into that place.
Yeah.
As quickly. I don't know if it works for this season, but it could definitely work going into next season. Yeah, going into next season.
I've heard a lot about our team. I can tell you the name I've heard about our team yesterday and today.
Let's talk about it.
What we want, we can't get because Danny Ainge is being a Boston Celtic over in Utah. We can't get Carousel and we can't get Sexton because the asking price that he's doing with us, just us alone.
It's stupid. It's just stupid. It's ridiculous.
I'll give up Archimere at this point. Yes. I would give up to Connect at this point. Yes. I would give up one of those draft picks. Yes. But I'm not throwing Vincent contract in there, and the other pick. It's too much.
It's stupid. Yeah, let's keep moving.
You know what I mean? Unless you're gonna throw Jordan Clarkson in the deal too. Okay, maybe.
So who are you hearing? Let's compare notes.
I would just say this: when you look at the payroll, this year $170 million for the Indiana Pacers. Next year, without Miles Turner, it's $167 million. Just a $3 million difference. This is if he don't sign. If you don't sign him. So now they're looking at that. Do we want to make him a $28 to $30 million player? And they have to make a decision now because he's going to be unrestricted. So now the Lakers have came in the fold now because Miles is like, I may not want to take $30 million to play with the Lakers. If I can get to a team like that with the Lakers, I may take $25 million.
To play for the rings?
We got this cool guy on our team who gets year contracts to say, hey, if you guys bring in this talent, I will take less. Yeah, 100% I would.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing everything about Miles Turner for the last 2 days, especially today. Like today, it's really brewing up today about Miles Turner.
I know it's going to be a big. Let's start. There's only 2 trades they're going to make. Let's start there. De'Aaron Fox seems unlikely.
Yeah,
but as we get closer to the deadline, we'll keep listening. It's not off the table.
Yeah.
It just seems unlikely right now because they don't feel the pressure yet. And quite honestly, Rich Paul has said nothing yet. But let's see how the next 2 weeks unfold. That is going to be Cam and I's number one above all.
Hands down.
Right. Okay. Now,
And with all
having
due
said,
respect, y'all know who my favorite Laker is. Austin Reeves, I'll holler at you.
thank you for your service.
And that is by far my favorite Laker, yes.
Thank you for your service. But your
I have
services
things
no longer
have
needed.
changed.
Not changed, just altered a little bit.
Yeah. You got a chance to put that all-star on the court with LeBron and AD.
We just fixed our next 7 years with that. So
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about, Chad.
No,
All right. Today I heard a different conversation that the Vucevic in Chicago, we might be out completely on that. That their asking price is too high.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that makes the Miles Turner seem a little more realistic. Although, if I'm being completely honest, and I try to be that every time we open these, I don't know why we're not looking at Robert Williams. It's a cheaper option that does exactly the same thing. If we just as he's a low budget JaVale McGee.
You say he does the same thing as who though?
As JaVale McGee.
Oh, okay.
But I think
If
with
we
Robert
just-
Williams, his health.
His
Thing,
health.
yeah, his health.
Okay, but
Miles Turner can
You
stretch
got to
the
be.
floor.
You got to be on the floor to help.
He can
somebody.
Miles ain't got the greatest health history either.
He can shoot. Yeah, but he played games every year.
Yeah.
Robert Williams might play 30 games a year.
But if you
being
can
generous.
get Robert Williams without paying a high price, that's the thing I'm looking at.
Is that gonna take you over the top?
If it's just about having a big,
But what is good is going to do if he's not playing on the floor?
Is that going to take you over the top, Lord? Right now, we added Robert Williams.
I don't think that's the only move they want to make. I think they're looking. They may look for something else too.
Well, our hottest trade commodity piece right now is Hachimura. Him and Dr. Connect together. That is our biggest trade. And why can't you do that? Because you got Finney Smith and you got Vanderbilt. And them two on the court together, that they've been doing for the last 2 games.
By the way, Vanderbilt looks amazing.
It's disruptive.
Amazing.
The wingspan of both of them guys is disruptive. We're not even talking about AD.
We might be a big away at this point. It may be as simple as that.
I tell you what,
Miles is the dream. Miles is the dream.
okay.
But
Okay.
If you're gonna shoot for the moon, shoot for the moon.
Okay. So it all boils down to this. And we're talking, Chad, you know a little bit about this now, just a little bit, because you
Go get Nurkic.
You've just that.
I mean, hey,
Go be a part of this. Go be a part of this Jimmy Butler thing, and get Nurkic.
I mean, he's available. So that'll be your best bet.
He's got to be available. So why not? Why not we get him? We'll help y'all out. Send Nurkic over here to us.
Let me tell you what.
Because if we get Nurkic, we're going to the finals. If we get Nurkic,
I don't know.
Jokic is good. He ain't beat Jokic. He ain't beat Nurkic and AD good.
Right, but and that's what I was going to say. If you go get Nurkic, you're going the cheaper route.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Which
There's
might
nothing wrong
be
with
the
that.
better route. Because
Yeah.
now, pause, you're looking for a bigger body.
And
That
to
ain't
me,
our
that's
thing.
what we need.
Right,
We
that's
don't
not our
necessarily.
thing. That is not
We
my
don't necessarily need the length and the scoring. We need the body that can do what Dwight and what JaVale were doing against Jokic.
Okay. Well, go give up both draft picks. Go give up Hachimura. Go give up Dr. Connect, and you got to go get Sexton and Kessler from Utah, because Kessler is the perfect fit. 22 years old, and he's only making $4.7 million. Go get him.
He is the perfect fit, but
He's the
I
perfect
don't
fit.
want.
But They're not gonna give him up. I don't think, man.
Give
I
who
don't
up?
want.
Them dudes, Kessler,
Who, Roy? Who, Dalton Connect? Hey, this last month, in the month of December, Dalton Connect shot 16% from the three. You can give them up.
Danny Ainge don't like y'all, man. He ain't gonna help y'all
Danny Ainge
out.
does not like
He
it.
ain't gonna help y'all out.
Hey,
bro.
we just made a move with them too, though. We made a couple of moves with Utah for whatever. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying,
those are fringe moves, and that was throwaways to him.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing that we do know.
He ain't
that
trying to make us a contender.
Here goes the one thing we know Danny Ainge do like, and those are draft picks.
He likes draft picks.
And
Love draft picks.
we got an unprotected pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the move is a big, and I think getting involved in that Jimmy Butler trade could get us what we want. I think that's the move.
Okay.
I think
Hey,
anybody will be involved in that trade.
But I don't hate the Miles Turner. I do not hate the Miles Turner at all.
You know. Why do you think we need a big so bad, Lord? Let me ask you that.
Because AD said we need a big, and let me
So how
tell you
long
why
does
he's
this
saying
big have to
it.
play then? How long do we need this big to play? Is my question.
I think what he's saying, and I don't know if I disagree, is that his formula, their formula for dominating, is to have him at the four, dominating fours and threes, and have the other guy guarding fives.
Like y'all won in the
It
bubble.
could be an off the ball shot blocker like we won in the bubble.
Yeah,
Exactly. And
Okay.
I don't know if he's wrong. I don't know if he's wrong.
I'm asking you, how many minutes does this big got to play?
But it's not wrong because it's worked before. It's worked before. So it
He's
can't be
got
wrong.
to give us 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, but he was. Hey, Chad. That's. You said it worked before. Yes, but that's also why LeBron was playing point guard too. Let me just say that. And he led the league in assists that year. I get that.
And you had a backup in Genius in Rondo. So
yeah.
there was no drop off.
It was a lot more to that.
Right. There's no drop off. So yeah.
And you're saying it worked before. You talking about 30 minutes. That was splitting the time with Dwight Howard and JaVale.
I know. So I'm essentially saying Nurkic splitting with Christian Wood gives us a younger version of that.
Or even Jackson Hayes.
Get in that
Or
trade.
Jackson Hayes, yeah.
Get in that trade. Give up Jackson Hayes. Give up Christian Wood. Give up one of the whatever it takes and get a Nurkic in.
And by the way, let me say this.
And go get Dwight Howard off the street.
Oh,
I've been yelling it all year. It's the one body that can deal with Joker. God.
No, we don't need no Dwight Howard.
Yes, you do.
That's a
Let me say
distraction.
this.
That's a
Yes, you
distraction.
do.
Right, that's a distraction. Let me say this.
Why is that a distraction? It was a distraction in the bubble too, and we won.
That's true. Let me say this. The other part of this trade, of getting involved in the Bradley Beal trade, is the fallout player that we could also potentially get. Because we don't know who the fifth team is going to be. Right? So maybe one of these other teams will help us facilitate another quality backup big that now we got a three-headed monster. Because all I need is 30 solid minutes of solid five play. And I'm good.
Here's the thing though, the Lakers is what they're doing, and I get it. I hate it, but I get it. It's JJ is the future, so they don't want to give up the draft picks in the future. So they want to make sure that when LeBron is gone and AD is getting to that point, that they still have these picks and they still got leverage. They still got
100%.
capacity.
100%.
I get it. So what we might have to do, we may have to stay packed. If we can't get the Miles Turner, we may have to stay packed. And we may have to look into the buyout market after the trade. We might have to do something like that. And Lopez could be a buyout player.
But I think, not to cut you off, I apologize for that, but I think getting involved in that Jimmy Butler trade, we could get some fallout that could work for us. There's going to be a lot of fallout in that trade. They cannot make that trade work and keep Nurkic and keep Bradley Beal. We know that they're off the team.
That's why the Warriors are getting there too.
Just from a financial perspective, they are gone.
Right.
So if we could get one of those guys, and obviously my preference is Nurkic, then from one other team, I think we got everything we need to do, and it didn't cost us nothing. It's gonna cost us a first round pick for sure. But if it only costs us one first round pick and a player, then we won. That's all I'm thinking about. That's all I'm thinking about. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
But
any team needs to get in that trade package.
I think we can get Kessler. I think we can still get Kessler.
Well,
I think we can get Kessler and Sexton. I think we can get both.
Let's see how desperate they get toward the end of the as we get closer to the deadline. But the Jimmy trade may be the big one just simply because of what falls out of it from the rest. Okay, so games of the week, we're going to do something different this week. We are big WWE fans on this show. We love the WWE, can't get enough of it. The Royal Rumble goes down this week. We do this every year. It has been an amazing 5 years under Triple H. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know this is going to be sacrilegious to some people. I know it. But I'm just going to say it because it's just how I feel. With all due respect to Vince's wrestling genius. And I cannot take that away from Vince ever. I'm not talking about his character. I'm just talking about his wrestling genius. He is no match for Triple H.
You're talking about that rumor that he might try to do another promotion?
I haven't heard. Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I heard something about that. He might try to get back into doing some other promotion.
It will never work. It will never work. But he can try it. It's up to him. But the reality is, what Triple H has done in these past 5 years, with the bloodline, with some of these guys that he's brought up into prominence, I'd put that up against anything that Vince has ever done. The bloodline is the best storyline we've seen maybe in 15 years.
I think it's the best thing we've seen since when Roman Reigns them came in as the
Shield.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It has been incredible. And Jacob Fatu, if you saw him Saturday night, a star is born. Oh my God. I thought he was amazing this whole time. But what he did Saturday night to Braun Strowman,
yeah, he a dog. For sure.
He got next. If Jacob Fatu ain't holding somebody's heavyweight championship in the next 2 years, I don't understand wrestling. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Jacob Fatu may have single-handedly killed Solo's career.
God, dog.
Well, maybe not kill it, but he damn sure is slowing it down.
Yeah.
Because they are not the same. And I thought Solo was amazing. I've always thought Solo is amazing. But, oh, my God, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Where have you been, sir? Where have you been? So, with all that being said, the Royal Rumble's going down this weekend. Should we start with the women or the men?
I mean, don't matter, does it? Well, you always
ladies first.
Yeah, there you go.
Ladies first. Who's winning the women's Royal Rumble? I hate what they did to my girl Nia Jax. I hate it.
Yeah. I gotta see who's in the Royal Rumble.
Everybody.
Just assume everybody's in it.
Okay.
Is Charlotte coming back to win this thing?
That's
I haven't heard any Ronda noise at all.
I'm
assuming Ronda's not coming.
I don't think she'd be in there.
I think
is it time for Jade? I don't think it's time for Jade. If I'm being honest,
I think it's an easy one.
I don't think it's time for Jade just yet. Who do you think it is, Cam?
I think this is easy. I think this is really easy.
Who is it?
Charlotte. I mean, think about it. It's the Triple H thing to do. Like it's gonna be on the big stage. Like, and she really was there until she got hurt. Like she was on top too. Like she was with the group of all of them. Like it just
I don't
Keep
know,
in mind,
man.
Becky's out there too. Becky's out there too.
that was my pick. Becky Lynch was my pick until last week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Becky, man.
And
I think it's too. I think it's either Becky, Charlotte, or Jade, but I think it's too early for Jade. I just don't think Jade is ready yet.
Nah, I'm going with Becky Lynch.
I think we about to see Jade versus Trinity.
I can see that.
I call her Trinity Fatu. That's her AEW name.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's her actual name. Yeah,
her wrestling name is
Naomi.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna be Jade versus Naomi. I think Naomi is going to be the person that hurt her at the that's what they're setting up for. Naomi's the one that hurt her at the and put her out of commission. But I think it's too early for Jade.
I got two storylines.
Talk to me.
Flair. And then I'll tell you my other one later.
Charlotte and Rhea is of course a great match. But haven't we already seen Charlotte and Rhea? We've seen Charlotte and Rhea. We've seen Charlotte and Becky.
Okay.
I mean Rhea and Becky. So why are we running that back?
You know what? I'm changing my pick.
Go ahead.
Bianca Belair.
Bianca and Rhea.
Yep.
I like that.
We seen Bianca there too, though. That's the thing.
I don't think we've seen Bianca and Rhea. Because Bianca had the belt.
Bianca and Rhea, they fought for the belt.
I don't remember them fighting for the belt. Okay.
Because got to put the belt on her to go against Jade somehow.
I think Becky wins. Not Becky wins. I think Charlotte wins it. I'm just not sure who she's going to fight yet.
True.
But I will say Charlotte wins it. It makes the most sense to have Charlotte win it. All right. Now this is the one. There's a lot of possibilities here.
I'm hearing everything about John Cena. Trying to set something up for WrestleMania.
I
don't think they have to do that. Cause I think they have so many great storylines where they don't need the John Cena at WrestleMania for.
But it's the John Cena final run, and I think there is a consensus in the building that John Cena has earned 17 through his contribution to the company. Okay. So what's the best path to give him 17? To me, the best path to give him 17 is to make up for that Money in the Bank where he tanked at that time.
Right.
Just to get old boy over. Yeah. Let him get that back, and that's the one thing that he has not completed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that more than anything.
Yeah.
But
and I'm gonna go with that too. I'm gonna go with that too.
Yeah, I really like that more than anything.
It's an easier path. You don't have to be in a match for 15, 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Let him get 17 on the one thing that he never got accomplished, which is the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
With that being said, who wins the Royal Rumble? It's so wide open.
I got two. I got two people, man.
Who I want to win is Roman, but it won't be Roman.
Right, that's one of them, and it could be, but
but that's who I want. But I don't think it's gonna be Roman.
God forbid The Rock throw his name in. I just don't think The Rock has to make that kind of appearance no more.
Yeah.
But Roman, that's one, and then to match my other storyline,
okay,
at WrestleMania, Becky and Seth Rollins winning the title as a couple. Ooh,
I like that. I like that. I do like that. I feel like Seth and CM Punk is already written in the stars, and they just gonna have to fight, like a fight. They gonna have to fight till they can't fight no more.
Yeah.
The Rock factor is what's throwing all this off to me. Because I can see The Rock getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me throw a real curveball at y'all. Y'all ready for this? I can see another Rock Cena at WrestleMania. Rubber match.
Yeah.
And Cena wins Rock's belt. That would send WrestleMania into a fever pitch.
I mean, it has to be the grandest match on the grandest day. It's on Netflix. It's Netflix now.
It's Netflix, baby.
You
It's
know what I mean?
Netflix,
Like-
baby.
Yeah.
We got to get this right.
Yeah.
We
And
got to get this right.
I have a lot of faith that Triple H will get it right.
So I could see Cena losing that only to have Rock Cena the rubber match at the grandest stage of them all. That would be woo. Oh my. Oh my.
That'll be the last match, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of would like to see, y'all not gonna like this either. I kind of like to see Kevin Owens win the belt this weekend, so that Sami Zayn can win it.
See, here's the problem I have with wrestling now, and I'm gonna have to get off here. Like, in a minute. Here's the problem I have with wrestling.
We're about to wrap up the show anyway, so yeah.
It's Netflix, and I'm not trying to be funny. I think it might be too. I think WWE is too big for Sami Zayn for
You gotta have a big name.
Kevin Owens. The name. I think the name is too small now.
But let me say this, and I agree with you. But let me say this: I think Triple H has gotten wrestling to such a massive place that, and I hate to say this, but I think it's true. I think the belts are almost irrelevant because I have not cared one day that Gunther has the belt. Not
Yeah.
one day. He has had the most irrelevant run as a champion that I've seen in 10 years. I have not cared not one day.
Facts.
And the same thing with Cody. I haven't enjoyed Cody's run.
Tag team title.
I've enjoyed Cody's work, but I have not enjoyed his run as champion. All right, give your shout outs. Who did we decide? Who did you decide? You said Seth Rollins.
You hit my wrong right.
Okay, so who you shouting out?
I guess Seth Rollins for winning the Royal Rumble.
Bye, Cam. Bye, Cam. Bye, Cam. That's our brother, Cam. We love him. God bless him. We'll see you later, Cam.
Yes.
Who did you pick? Did you pick?
I didn't pick anybody. I'll let y'all talk. But
all right, go ahead. Who you picking?
I'm going to go with CM Punk.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to CM
Why?
Punk.
Why CM Punk? I'm curious.
I just think he's beat Seth Rollins. He's beat Seth Rollins. He's never done it, and I think it's time for him to take over for a little bit and get his shot back up to the top. So
I just need Gunther not to have it.
yeah, and his disdain for Roman Reigns, I think that match will be pretty good. There's a lot of layers behind that. Because Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's favor, I think that'll be put in that favor for it.
All right. Who you shouting out, Chad?
Man, shout out to you and Cam for sure. Definitely the Five Nation. Shouting out my little buddy, man, my son Mason. He had his last flag football game of the season. Went into OT and he scored the winning touchdown. So he
did.
That was always great, man.
Go nephew. Go nephew.
So he's definitely learning every week. So so go ahead and put that work in for the summertime. So get better. So it was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
All right.
That's about it, man. That's all I got for my shout outs.
I want to give a shout out to Madison Keys for getting her first Grand Slam at the Australian Open. That's dope. That's very dope. And then I also want to give a shout out to the Five Nations. Also, I want to give some breaking news. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. This Friday, we are debuting a brand new podcast.
Oh, okay.
And that podcast is, let me get the banner together here. There it is. You ready for it? I'm not sure Chad even knew this.
I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk, my brother.
Yeah.
We are debuting a brand new podcast. And if I can just find the template for it, I'm looking all over for it and I can't find it. This is crazy.
Oh man.
Oh no, there it is. There it is. No, that's not it. Okay. Where is it? Okay, well, we're having a brand new podcast. So come Thursday, and I'll make an announcement on the podcast. But it's going to be good. It's an NBA-based podcast.
Okay, nice.
So,
nice.
yeah. So, and it's about in the press, me and Kendrick Haskins. So that's all I can think.
Nice. Nice.
So
okay.
We'll find out on Thursday. So,
cool.
I'm trying to build revenue paths for you. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So y'all be prepared. It's going down. But we're not doing that one live. We'll just post it and you'll see it and there you go. All right. But that's all the news I got for you. Y'all be good. Appreciate you, Five Nation. Y'all are the best, man. Always appreciate the Five Nation for coming through like y'all do. Love y'all, man. Check y'all out on next week. Peace.
There's no mystery. Let's make history with the